Yo, what it do, guys? Lego Wicken back with another video. Got the Marvel Legends Green Goblin Deluxe, I think. I don't think it's no, it's not exclusive to nowhere. But as you know, these things started showing up in stores. I went to Target maybe last night or night before and had to get it as soon as I saw him. He's about 50 bucks, 49.99, 50 bucks. You know, there's obviously like if you have a Target red card, you get like some percent back or something like that or off. But I'm super excited about this figure. It's blowing me away. Everything about it is amazing. But let's just get right into it all. Okay, so let's get into his articulation here. He moves really, really good for Marvel Legends, honestly. So we'll start with his head. Straight up, straight down. I'll put it to the side. You see the neck does show right there. It's my only really kind of gripe visually. Obviously, you get a full 360. And you can really have some fun with how menacing he can look. I mean, this is what nightmares are made of. Straight into T-pose, and you definitely get over a T-pose. If you look here, you can see there's a bicep swivel. Let me try to show that off. You see bicep swivel. Elbows go double jointed, which is very, very nice. And you do get your, it's a little bit hard to move with the spikes, but you get your basic Marvel Legends hand movement. I'm sure we all are familiar with how 99% of hands move, especially for Marvel Legends. Right here, you can see the break right here for his chest, and it's kind of covered, but he's a little bit of a plumper figure, I believe. That's him going back. You can see it kind of bending, and then that's where it stays. Then we will go forward. There's no ab crunch if you were thinking that, but that's forward. It's not really that much, and straight. And I'll just show it all again. Just to kind of show it, but you do get this. You can swivel like that, and then punch down, and then kind of work it like that. Which I'm not going for a full pose here, but just playing around with how it can go. Because you can basically turn this whole thing around. I mean, if you had this dude going up for a dunk like this, dude, it'd be pretty fire. I might have to take a photo like this, actually, and have him dunking a freaking pumpkin ball on Spider-Man. But there is no ab crunch on him, which I think maybe could have benefited. Obviously, I think every figure could benefit from, but he doesn't have it, so I'm not upset about it either. Legs, I do want to show that there is a break right here, so you do have a thigh swivel, and it does cover it pretty nice with that piece. Legs go here if you go straight, right? But if you turn it a little bit, I mean, you can get pretty high up there, I'm not going to lie. And then this is just a double jointed, and the feet do move pretty good, if I'm being honest. Let me take that off. That's down. That's up. Moves pretty well. And I will get into it a little bit later when I'm showing it off. But the legs are a little... I don't know how you could improve it, honestly. But you guys will see it when we get to it. I think maybe like a boot cut maybe would be what we need, but I don't know. We will get into it when we get there. But for articulation, I'm going to take this head off real fast and show you the other head. And just show you how that one moves. Okay, so I got him here with the new head sculpt on. And we'll get into it more, but all this can come off. And so when you do have this hood on, like in the thing, obviously the head, it's going to be a little limited. That's down, and that's up. So if you do go with this hood, there's not a lot you can really do. But this hood does come off, and you will get a lot more, basically just like the other head. But I just wanted to show that this hood does limit it. But I believe that should be everything when it comes to articulation. I think we will jump into accessories now, and we'll get into that. Okay, so I want to start with the glider. It's beautiful. The purple looks great. The gray looks great on the plastic. It looks really cool. You can see green here, green there. There's green in there, but I'm not going to try to get it to focus because it's not going to. You got the hole that you put the stand in. You got green on the bottom. It's honestly really nice. And so it opens like this. That's what it looks like opened. And I'll show it from the top. But it's actually something pretty cool that might be hard to show. If you can see here, that is where, like, obviously it turns. If you can see that motion on the camera, right? But actually, if you go on top, I believe, no, on the bottom, right here, this line right there means, or gives it some extra movement, but it's kind of, yeah, I think you just saw it. It just cracked a little bit, and it's supposed to happen. If that makes sense. If you notice that this is here now, is a ratchet, maybe is the word, but you get some movement here. If you see this peg right here, watch. Hopefully that showed up good and you understand what I'm saying. But it is pretty cool. So this is how I have it. So it has like a maximum, it can go this way, and I really like that. Yeah. But next, when we get back on top here, you have these holes. And hopefully I can get these bad boys, which is, we try to get one in focus. This right here, you have a peg for the foothold, and here's the bottom. And it does have R for the right. So, you know, left, right. And you would take this, and you would try to get this into that peg hole. Like that. And then you do the same to the other side. And now with this on here, you have a lot of movement, honestly, for how you may get him on here, how the feet will work. So it's pretty nice. I am really enjoying this. I will grab, I guess I'll put the other one on too if I can. Yep. And then here's our stand. I think you have multiple options depending on the height you want it. Either this high, this high. But my issue is I'm gonna have to go grab a hair dryer because this goes in, but it doesn't stick, so it doesn't go far enough in. And I don't want to snap this plastic because I feel like I could. So I'm just gonna slide these off to the background. I'm gonna bring him up because I put this head back on. This is the masked head. It's my favorite for him. Try to see if I can get him to stand. He's a really nice guy, but I do have a little bit of issues with him standing. I mean, user error, most likely, but every user is different, so and I kind of like that pose, but it doesn't look like, oh, there we go. So I have to use his stand to get him to stand because I'm struggling with him. Sadly, he comes with no extra hands. He does come with this orange thing. It's a pumpkin bomb. Only one, which is fine. But then you get this head. And this blows out the Fig Arts head, honestly. And this is really cool because the hood comes off. You can use this on any other figure now. And now look at this. You have his head, you know, completely undone. And then these glasses you push down on the back side. Glasses can go on anybody. Try to get this to focus back in. Why is it not focusing on them? Now you got this William Dafoe really nice head. And I was really disappointed because the Fig Arts doesn't have a face, you know, smiling, giggling, angry, nothing. Just straight faces. So I feel like this will give a lot more energy. Because I'm going to get both. I'm going to play around with the heads and mix them up. And then, you know, it just slides right back on. And you just slide his head right back in the hood. So I really, I mean, you can try to argue maybe these aren't accessories if you wanted to. But this is amazing. You get a lot of display options with him. And I'm really happy about that. We're going to go over the aesthetics of him now before we jump into size comparisons. I'm going to change the camera angle. Or at least try to. And try to get a good shots of him for the camera so we can talk about it. Okay, so yeah. Just got back to this, guys. So to get this in, I did have to heat this up. And you can put any in there. Hopefully I don't have to heat it up every time. But I had to get the hairdryer out. But let me drop the camera with you guys. Apologize about that, but I almost forgot to do this. But you can have some fun. Hopefully you guys did understand what I was saying about these in here, so you can drop it and kind of get some crazier posing, I guess. But honestly, this works pretty nice. You do get some pretty good display options. Like if you want, I'll be going like straight up, which I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Definitely not gonna connect his feet in there right now. But if you want to go straight up like that, or if you wanted to switch it up and have him coming down, like, yeah. And when you guys play with it, you'll see that the feet are a little weird on him. And I'll definitely have some photos and definitely some more TikToks also, like more. But, you know, you have a lot of options. I'm trying to back out and just show it a little bit. Not really going for anything crazy. Just wanted to show you what this looks like in here. And, you know, even if you just wanted to have it on display, I guess, you can do that. Just wanted to give an update before I forgot. Because I did have to heat this up and it was not fun to deal with. And I'm sure other people will have the same issue. So if you aren't sure how it works and you're watching this, you can do hot water, but I would recommend like a hair dryer or any hot air that you can get. Just because I don't like dealing with the water. But, I just wanted to add this in. I'll have some photos of him on there showing what you can do with it in some TikTok videos too. But, that's all. Okay, so, we're trying this out for the first time here. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm trying to get him close up here. And just show off some of these details. See, this head sculpt here is very beautiful. I'm trying to get it more in focus. That smile is... This is horrifying looking face. Really good. I really love the detailed silver teeth. And the paint apps look really, really nice. Then we move kind of down and you see this body and it's... Looks like all original sculpt on him, like completely new. There's a lot of details. I think this comes off and this comes off. But the paintwork, I mean, you see the arm over here, looks insane. There's no way they're reusing any of this. And it's nuts. I mean, even the backside, not too much, you know, how it is with most figures. They don't really care about the backside, but he does have paint apps, and I really do appreciate that. And I really appreciate, like, I mean, look, dude, it's carved on his butt, dude. Like, they didn't waste any energy on wasting time, I guess. Like, when you end up with a Marvel Legends, you typically be like, okay, they cut corners here, they cut corners there. But this one is really hard to see it, you know. This is beautiful. I think this whole figure is very nice. Kind of just trying to show it off a little bit, give it some of the appreciation that I think it deserves. Then I will rip this head off real fast and allow this other head sculpt to get some appreciation on the camera too. Oh, actually I have it on wrong, so. I don't like how I'm gonna take the glasses off too and just let this original beautiful head sculpt that somebody deserves a nice raise for shine. I mean, that's William Dafoe. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I hope it's picking up good. And I mean, it just... No matter which way you go, it looks amazing. And I'll put him down. And I will grab just this real fast. I just want to show off the details one more time. Because this is really, really nice. And I think they really did kill it on him. This is an amazing figure. And I'm very, very happy with it. But now I'm going to jump to some size comparisons. Okay, so I grabbed a few figures for size comparisons. We're going to start with some import lines that aren't Marvel, because 99% of the time you're going to put this guy with Marvel. So Mezco makes some really cool Marvel figures. I just happen to have 0 of them. I only have Superman, which is amazing. Probably one of my best figures in my collection. It looks great. It is really good. Few slight issues, primarily just with the suit. Seems easy to flare up, kind of. But I know they make some good Marvel at Mezco, and I do want to get that Doctor Doom and Morbius. Next is gonna go with Mafex Nightwing here. Off the top of my head, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't think I have any other Mafex either. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember. I did buy a bootleg one time. But as you can see, this is a tall Marvel Legend, and I really like that. He's taller than the Mafex. Obviously, he has the Goblin head, the Gobby head on, because that's my preferred head. It's what I'm using with 99% of the time. As you can see, he is a lot taller. Honestly, I mean, it's the back of the head, but surprisingly, he is bigger than both of these guys. And I know, almost everyone has that Mafex Spider-Man. I don't, but a lot of people do. Next, I will show you somebody who hasn't interacted with this guy yet. But at this rate, we might have it happen. Sentinel Miles Morales. Obviously Sentinel, so it's the first movie, and he's really, really small. I don't have the Fig Arts version, or else I would show that from Across the Spider-Verse. But I'm sure that one does scale a little bit bigger, obviously. And here's my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man. I have the Renew Your Vows, or not Renew, well, that body on the Amazing, no, it's not even the same body, Amazing Fantasy 15 with the reissue. Let me get this. I have a Tom Holland head sculpt on here right now. Let me try to get him a little bit more centered. And yep, you see Gobby is a lot bigger still, and exactly how he should be in my opinion. But now we're gonna pull out some classics here. Talking about same movie and everything here. The only other figures from this movie that I do have, and I'm hoping to get Andrew Garfield very soon. But there's Toby. I do think he's a smaller Fig Arts for some reason. Like, I have the Tom Holland, and I have less complaints with him than I do with the Toby. I don't know how much of that has to do with anything. Well, I guess maybe. No, it makes sense. But, as you can see, these are the main guys you're going to put him with. I am going to get that Green Goblin Fig Arts, but overall, I think he scales great. He's massive with them. These are the guys you would see. Throw in Andrew Garfield, even though he doesn't really have a relation with him besides being in the same movie. I don't think they even share any screen time, really, for maybe longer than like 5 minutes. But these two have big history with them. As you see, I still have whatever that cube is Tom Holland's hand. But size comparison-wise, he's a big boy in height, honestly, and I really, really love that. You see Anna in the background. She's obviously much, much smaller and kind of spying on everything. But overall, my thoughts for this figure is I'm just blown away. I'm very, very happy with it. In my opinion, it's the best Marvel Legends of the year. I don't know how else. I don't know what else you can put up here with it at this point. It's definitely probably going to end up in my top 10 figures, which I'm going to start working on very soon. I'm kind of waiting because I think I'm getting the Fig Arts Green Goblin on December 17th, sometime around there. So I'm holding off. You probably expect that maybe the week of Christmas. Maybe I'll drop it on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, around there. But that's this video for you guys. I really do like this figure. If you have any questions, because I know it's kind of early still, drop them in the comments. Follow my Instagram at LegoWicken, TikTok, anything. Send me any questions you have. I'll see you guys next time.